What's up, Pandas? It's Jace here from We're a Panda, and today we're comparing the Stream Deck versus the Macro Deck, and that starts right now. Let's do it. Alright guys, so in this comparison video today, we're going to look at the hardware. So what is the difference between the Macro Deck and, well, like your mobile Macro Deck and also your Stream Deck. We're going to be looking at the software, and then also I'm going to do an end result of what my thoughts are with the comparisons of the two, what's good, what's bad about Macro Decks and Stream Decks, and is it worthwhile buying a Stream Deck at the end of the day if you already have an unused Android phone. So let's get to looking at the two devices. Okay guys, so let's just break down the two differences between the Stream Deck and the Macro Deck mobile version. Now firstly, I've programmed them to look pretty much identical, missing a couple of icons on here versus on here. However, at the end of the day, the software and the hardware work identically. It's instantaneous and it's fantastic. The software launches. If I want to launch Chrome, it just launches straight up there with the Macro Deck, and if also with the Stream Deck, if I want to launch Chrome, it launches it automatically. They are both just as fast as each other. Now the big things that I think when it comes to the hardware of the Stream Deck versus the Macro Deck is that the Stream Deck is specifically designed for macro buttons. It's got raised buttons here, and it's even got an indentation that allows you to just hover your fingers over and you can feel the center of the Macro Deck. Now with the Stream Deck, sorry. Now with the Macro Deck, there are no physical buttons. However, it is bright enough not to worry about it. Now the Macro Deck is primarily is reliant on Wi-Fi and works really good as a phone using software. For me, this is a spare phone, and so if it was dedicated to my computer plugged in 24/7, that is not an issue, just like the Stream Deck here. So hardware-wise, it works very similarly, except for this is a dedicated device, and this device you can actually use for multiple purposes. You could have your mobile running Discord while you're talking with your friends. If you don't have a decent microphone on your computer, you could have it doing all these things, plus there's Macro Deck. So that is a couple of things when it comes to the hardware. The cord isn't braided, however it does come with Awesome's little stand with the Stream Deck. Okay. It does come with a stand. So, but you can make a Paddle Pop stick stand or buy a stand for your phone, which I had, but I broke it. Anyway, so hardware-wise, a dedicated device versus a non-dedicated device works pretty well. Okay, so let's look at the comparison between the Macro Deck software and also the Streamlabs software. Now, again, you can see that both are in dark mode, which I prefer dark mode on all my software. However, both are pretty similar in their look. Now, the Macro Deck software, let's break that down, is a little bit more rudimentary, not as pretty obviously as the Stream Deck bar here, but it's still really nice, still really intuitive, and I really like it. I think it's fantastic. Now, the Stream Deck software, the big difference between the two, and this is my my observation, is if I want to drag a shortcut, so let me just pull up a program or a file. Here we go. So if I want to drag a shortcut, yeah. So if I want to drag a shortcut like this audio file to my Macro Deck, I can't just click and drag it on, it doesn't let me do it. However, the Stream Deck does let you just drag it in and use it. Instantaneously, I can get files straight onto my Stream Deck software or onto my device, where with the Macro Deck I do have to go through the process of going to, where is it, Shortcut, and then I've got to go open the settings, I've got to find the file, and I can use it that way. So let's go through the full process. KBC, I add the icon and push the button. It loads, I would assume VLC, yep, plays the music. Now with Stream Deck, the music plays directly through the Stream Deck software. So that is also really helpful if you're a streamer, or even if you're a person that doesn't like to have too many programs running on your on your machine. You can actually have it just running straight through Stream Deck. The other things are with the Macro Deck, with the Stream Deck. Sorry, I get really confused. The Stream Deck is just the Stream Deck allows a few extra options, like partnering with your Elgato. Your game capture devices and any other Elgato systems, so your game capture, your mixer, like it connects with Mixer, it connects with OBS, it connects with Soundboard, it does a Stream Deck, Streamlabs, OBS system, it does lots of programs. They've partnered with a lot of people like YouTube, all of these guys, where with the Macro Deck it only has links to Twitter and OBS. However, like I just said, this allows you to still do the same stuff because you can just shortcut the keys and such. So you can add your mute microphone, you can turn the volume, so I'm pushing the button on the phone at the moment. You can have all of those shortcuts, no problems, on the Macro Deck. So what are my thoughts of the differences between the Elgato Stream Deck and the Macro Deck? Well, straight up, the Stream Deck is about 200 Australian dollars, and if you get on special, 150. And the Macro Deck requires a mobile phone. So my mobile phone cost me $800 at the time. However, I don't use it anymore. It just sits in a drawer. And so it gives new life to old devices. The Stream Deck, however, requires me to get another piece of equipment. It requires me to get another device. But overall, I really like the Macro Deck. And I'm not sponsored by Macro Deck or anything like that, but I really like the Macro Deck because it allows me to have another computer basically running in the background, like on my desk, so I can have multiple software, multiple devices, like this device running multiple pieces of software connecting into my computer. Now, I haven't been able to do that. I haven't thought of other software that I could do unless it was OBS or something where you're switching between. However, I do really like the idea of the computing power and the opportunity that my mobile phone does give me when it comes to macro buttons and other multitasking options. However, if I was a person that was just going for macro buttons, which I am, I would say the Macro Deck is the bomb. That it runs the sound automatically through its own software. There's no loading, it's instant play. That I can click and drag a file or a shortcut straight into the software. It's amazing. The peripheral system, like the raised buttons, the whole device is wholly and solely designed for macroing, and I love it. I got it on Christmas Day. It's only a few days in and I haven't stopped using it. I shortcutted everything from my Photoshop stuff to my video games to my music, everything I shortcutted for this because it works. It's fantastic for any use, which I really enjoyed. So I would say if you're in the position to be able to buy an Elgato Stream Deck, go buy one. However, if you do like to save money and you have a spare mobile phone, or your mum and dad have a spare mobile phone sitting around doing nothing, go ask them if you can have it and use this, because this works fantastically. This actually blew my mind when I was comparing the two, that the software has developed so much since my first review, and it is just brilliant. So MacroDeck, well done. You guys are competing with Stream Deck really well, and your software is fantastic. So developer, whoever you are, guys, keep up the great work. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more reviews, or if you have any suggestions of software that can be partnering with my mobile, let's say, that can help me with streaming, can help help us do everything, because this is a back and forth. Guys, if you like this video, press that like button. If you didn't, you know what to do. But guys, make sure you press that subscribe button, the bell if you want to see more videos. We'll see you guys next time. Bye for now. Peace!